Hi everybody, this is Julia with theflyingcat.net. I just had a Sunday wellness check-in with a couple people. We had about 5 participants, and we had got my cards out, I got the drum out, I got the smudge out, we had our tea and our water, so we had a nice hour of wellness and grounding. And my focus right now, especially in response to all of the lockdown kind of situation, is just to get grounded, and that just means to get connected to your body and do your best to stay connected to your body. People who are intuitives and empaths and sensitive folks tend to have a hard time staying grounded because it's very uncomfortable to be here in the physical anyway for those of us who are highly sensitive and feel like a raw nerve just on a normal day-to-day basis. So at this time, it's imperative that we do our best self-care, that we employ the techniques and the practices that work best for us. So I am sharing with you what works best for me. In our wellness check-in, we did a guided meditation with the drum at a heartbeat, doom, 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 to get into the belly and to soften the gut. And I recently sent out a newsletter with details, and it's also on the Instagram, about 3 breaths that will induce your parasympathetic nervous system. A couple practices for that, which will build your immune system. That's what it does when you can get your parasympathetic nervous system, when you can switch into that and get out of your sympathetic nervous system, your fight, flight, freeze, which is what happens when we are down the rabbit hole on the screen and we're worried and we're anxious and we can't get away from it. That's your sympathetic nervous system burning out your adrenals and shooting out cortisol and generally just totally fatiguing you and causing you to be more susceptible to getting sick. So, whether the big sick or the little sick or whatever it is, it just makes you more vulnerable when you're in that state. And so this wellness check-in was to help us get out of that state, even though we're using the screen, just like our minds. The screen, the internet, our minds, they're all just tools for us to use. We are in charge of them, not the other way around. And that's what happens when we go down that rabbit hole is we feel like a victim and we get stuck in that that patterning of what's going to happen, sending your power and your energy external of you. So yeah, it's good to check in. It's good to be aware of what's going on, sure. But do what you can to stay connected to your body, to your breath. Smell some nice things, burn some smudge or smell some oils, stay close to your altars, maybe just spend some time with your altar if you don't have one, build one. Make a little space for some things that feel good for you to have nearby, a candle, something to burn like the smudge, or just special things that you like to have around you. And it changes. Often, sometimes, depends on the person. Anyway, staying close to the altar, your altar, right? Like, you can have a physical altar, of course, and that's wonderful, and I recommend it. But the secret is, staying close to your altar, and that means staying connected to your body. Your body is your altar. So you don't actually need a table and all that stuff. It's a nice place to go to do your self-care, and that's why it exists, to support you in being connected. And so that's what we're after right now is being in connection to our bodies and to each other too, having some social wellness by gathering together, even though it's virtual, but getting to connect that way. So join me. I'm here to tell you that I'm going to be offering a free and or by donation class online this week. I have a couple times I'm thinking through theflyingcat.net/wellness. So just go there for these offerings. and I'll be putting details up about that shortly. I'm not sure exactly what time, but it'll be an hour. I'll be broadcasting from the Flying Cat, which is always fun. You get to see my artwork and the altar and things like that, the cats. Maybe this wall will be right behind me while I do it. I don't know. We'll see. So join me for that. Just check out theflyingcat.net/wellness for updates. So I'll be switching out from our wellness check-in that we just had with details on the free / by donation yoga class. So you can donate at paypal.me/theflyingcat if you like. I'm suggesting a $10 donation. I would appreciate it. It's lovely to help me out to do all this, but I'm also very happy to do this and put this out as an offering at this time. So to help you get connected and stay grounded and stay connected and stay centered. Okay, thank you guys so much. So join me at theflyingcat.net/wellness and in the Flying Cat group on Facebook and on Instagram and on the newsletter. All right, thanks guys.